Al's in the middle.
All right.
A lot of horsepower standing there.
Got history right here.
He started it. It's amazing.
How many
I
years?
wouldn't know
how
what
many
that
years-
actually started the legend. That man right there.
How many years between all three of you with the Tasco?
68. We met you in 67 and 68.
I go back to 63, which you heard your father.
Yeah. 56 years ago.
60-some years ago.
Yeah, with that, the 63, so you had almost 60 years. 60 years
Let me tell you
ago.
something. Years ago.
Look at the shape he's in.
We've been,
This guy is ageless. He's unbelievable. He looks better than me. He looks good for 95 years old, doesn't he? I'm telling you.
I'll tell you.
Drag racers live a long time.
I can't tell you how much. How
Hey, and he's
happy
still
I am.
smiling. All three of you are.
Nah, this is,
Get him to tell a joke. He
But I want to ask,
tells a great joke,
can I
Al.
get a test drive in this later on or what?
yeah, sure.
If you want to.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Al Joniec. I'm here at the Tasca facility today as a special guest to talk about the original Cobra Jet that won the 1968 Winter Nationals that started the whole thing.
Alongside of me here.
Okay.
This car, explain a little bit about it. So we heard you talk earlier. This was restored.
Yes, it's restored, but it was basically, I had a gentleman right there, as a matter of fact, Randy Delisio, he's the guy who did it. He took it to the nth degree as far as every little decal, everything that was original on the car is based back on it right now.
So what year were you racing? Give me some years.
I've been racing for Ford since 1965, but I raced Ford's dealership levels from 1962.
Randy, I want you to meet Dr. Kalani.
How fast did the car go?
At that time, it went low 11s, 125.
Randy Delisio.
What do you have back for tires there, Al? Tell me a little bit about the setup on this car.
Well, we just had traction bars, special shocks, and rear end, which are basically conducive to quarter-mile racing only, not for street, things like that. But basically, it's really a stock car.
Fastback is beautiful.
Little left.
Still a desirable car.
The truth of the matter is, this is a story that's a true story. When the guy, I used to race for Ford, and the guy who was in charge of the Ford racing called me up and says, Al, we looked in the mirror today and we found out that we don't sell funny cars. We sell cars that people drive, and we want to get a nice car that everybody can drive and go fast on the street. And we're going to introduce the Cobra Jet. He said, would you like to drive it? And I says, damn right I would. So that's basically how it all started. And that time, I believe, they sold 169,000 Cobra Jets as a result of that win. It's unbelievable.
What tracks have you raced at? Yeah.
From California and all in between.
So what made your claim to fame was the California track?
Well, it was because it was the initial introduction of the car. Ford never won a Superstock Eliminator ever. It not only won the class, it won the Superstock Eliminator, and then it's the very first Ford to ever win the Superstock Eliminator. It's a triple home run.
You still hear the rumble of a lot of Fords coming in. Let's see what's going on back here. Mustang here. That about wrap up this segment of the video, and then we'll start hitting the lot and see what we can find. Another Cobra Jet. Doesn't get old hearing this car start up, boy. But the crowd really loves it. Beautiful.
Hi, I'm Bob Tasca III, driver of this Mustang Nitro Funny Car, and we're here at the 27th Annual Mustang and Live Music event at Tasca Ford, and the turnout has been absolutely incredible. This is an event my grandfather started 27 years ago, and we wanted to put it on for all of our incredible customers and fans in the New England area to bring a little bit of drag racing and a whole lot of Mustang history out each and every year, and today has been a treat. And at about 1:15, 1:30 today, we're going to start up this 12,000 horsepower Mustang. And this is a little piece of history here, because the guys behind me set the world record at 341 miles per hour. The fastest run any human being has ever gone down a racetrack with. We will do it again this year before the season's out. We got a monster matchup going into the last 6 races, running for the championship. But before that starts, we're going to have a little fun here today.
How you doing, Steve? Hi, my name's Steve Como. I'm this is my 1913 Model T Speedster.
Almost time to talk about the car here, Steve. So, first thing right off the bat, 1913, it's not black.
No, it's not. The Speedsters were basically a car that somebody would rip all the sheet metal off of, build whatever they wanted, just something simple. The fact that it was much lighter, it made the car go faster. This one also has a lot of the early go-fast parts on it. It's got a lot of vintage speed equipment.
Now, you told me a little earlier, so you owned the car for how long, and how did you find the car?
I had it about 8 years. The gentleman that had gotten me into Model Ts had collected parts to build this car for about 25 years. And he gave me the parts to build it. I put the car together, and he was able to ride in it a few times before he passed. He was an older gentleman.
Not much for the instrument cluster. Can you talk a little bit about that?
No, it's a Jones speedometer. That was an aftermarket speedometer that they made for Model Ts and some other cars as well. It's got a Bosch on-off switch, basically. There's no key with this car, and just a voltmeter and lights.
Very nice. And the rims now, these aren't wood.
No, these are McLaren wire wheels, which they would use for racing because the wood was more likely to break when you were going through corners too fast.
How many speed is this car now?
2 speeds.
2 speed.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little about the engine here, Steve. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this has a front neck overhead valve conversion on it. The Chevrolet brothers were building those for Ford cars because they were racing so many Ford cars at the time. That overhead conversion basically doubles the horsepower of the car. It's got a Winfield carburetor, a Bosch front plate distributor. The flywheel's been lightened and balanced. The radiator is a Livingston radiator that has increased capacity, again, for racing.
Very nice.
The headlights would have been carbide gas headlights. I converted those to electric just because I do use the car a lot.
Well, Steve, we did really good this time. Every time around, the bands that start playing. Thank you very much for sharing this iconic 1913 Ford Speedster with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great story. Thank you.
Thank you.
George Bryant, Cape Cod.
What are we looking at?
2005 Mustang GT.
Come on aside of me. You're going to talk about it here, George. Cape Cod. You didn't bring any chips with you?
No, I didn't bring any chips with me. I didn't bring any chips with me.
Cape Cod chips are the best, man.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Yeah, it's got all Ford racing suspension underneath it. It's got Shelby front and rear sway bars, oversized sway bars. It's got Ford Racing lowering springs. Those are Federals. Nobody really has heard about them. Mainly manufactured truck tires. but they came out with a sport line, car sport line 5 years ago. And that's what's on there now. They're sticky. They're like a 140 compound, so they're really sticky.
Like a
it's like a Nitto. It's like a Nitto tire, comparable to a Nitto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the engine here?
Engine's been dropped 2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah, it's got solid poly motor mounts on it. It's got motion delete plates on it. It's got a Bama tune. This is a Western Motorsports cleaner system from Canada.
Okay.
And this is true cold air because the ducts are here. So it's true cold air. I don't have a box sitting over to the side.
So let me ask you, George, why did you spend all the money to lower 2 inches?
Handling. This takes off ramps like it's on rails. That's why the motor's lower too, center of gravity. I lower the center of gravity so that it handles better.
Just 2 inches makes all that, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Night and day.
Yeah. This is an 05. They made 187,000 of them. With this option package, it's one of $399. It's got BMR rear suspension, trailing links. It's my garage queen.
Can you have you start it up for me?
Yeah.
What kind of exhaust is that here? What is it?
I have exhaust cutouts.
All right, go ahead.
My name's Todd Gouvermont. This is a 2013 Boss 302.
Come on inside of me here, Todd. Here. Very cool color. I love it.
It's called Gotta Have It Green.
It's not a wrap. We know that, right?
No, it's original. Gotta Have It Green. They only made 792 in that color.
Really? So the colors of the car, are they more predominant? Like it's a Florida car. A certain color is more predominant, we'll say, at different states than Connecticut?
No, Ford made this to coincide with the late 60s and 1970s. It was a color that they had back then. They were kind of bringing back the iconic Bosses from 69 and 70. And 2012 and 2013, they came out with the Boss 302s again. It's the only 4 years that they made the Boss 302s.
Now, the rims, the tires and rims, this was factory?
Yep, it's all stock. It's got quad exhaust. Come out in front of the tires. The rear tires, it has exhaust and that.
Let's talk about the engine up here.
Sure.
It's the iconic engine.
Yep, it's a Boss 302. They had it out back in the 69 and 70. It's a beefed up horsepower. It's got 444 horse, linked up to a 6-speed transmission. It also has a track key that you can use, and when you use that key, it engages the computer, changes about 200 options, and it will switch the idle to like a Lopi idle, and basically it was a track car that Ford made.
That was an option.
Yep.
What was the option worth?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my
I'm going to
head.
put you on the spot here. If you were to guess,
Three grand maybe, 2,500 maybe. Yep. They only made like, I think like 5 colors. They got like a grabber blue, they have a white, they have a race red, they have an orange. This is called Gotta Have It Green.
very cool, man. Thank you very much for sharing the car with us, the story.
Thanks.
Very cool, man. Love that.
Appreciate it.
It's kind of good to see more cars here. Another Shelby GT 500 here. Beautiful.
Hi, my name is Jim. This car is a 1966 Ford Galaxy 500 7-liter.
Beautiful, iconic car. Tell me a little bit about what was going on in the year.
Okay, in 66, Ford Galaxy built a 7-liter, and 7-liter converted to cubic inches is 428, which is what that engine is. They only made that car in 1 year, 1966 only. I believe they made 1,938 convertibles in that year. This is one of them. Car has been awarded in the Antique Automobile Club of America with a Grand National Senior Award.
Is that what we're seeing right here?
This is what we're looking at right here. Yep.
Those are both two prestigious awards?
Oh yeah, for sure. Coveted by anybody that owns a car that shows it.
So how long have you owned the car?
I bought the car probably 8 or 10 years ago.
And when you bought it, was it already restored?
The guy I bought it from restored it for me. He was in Canada. Car is a US car, but it happened to be in Canada when I found it.
Talk a little bit about the interior.
The interior is what they call the XL interior, which is bucket seats, floor shift, console, with the insert in the seat to just make it pretty.
How many miles in the car?
I don't know. This speedometer shows about 32,000, but I'm sure it's more than that.
You did a great job on the restoration.
Yes, I was very happy with it. Very happy.
Well, thank you very much for sharing the car. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
She's beautiful.
Thank you.
Galaxy here. Beautiful. Connected driveway. Back in the day. Sweet interior. Tons of trophies. Love it. I love the old tacks where they mounted them. My buddies a couple of years ago by a train of can. I told him, I said, yeah, one of my friends
No. Those are the bad years. Nope.
One of them is the brand new punch, Tasca punch. You can park in there too. When you see it, Tasca's parked there. Now I gotta find all this shit. I gotta put in my molding. Yeah, any of those. I'm not gonna. Nice to meet you.
Boy, she got you trained, didn't she?
When I bought the car,
nice 1960.
Oh yeah, that was
Ford Cougar here.
Combined
XR7.
muscle and sport in the same car.
I think the 68 had the drag pack. Option. Very nicely done. Remember the Cougars had those headlights that vacuum open. A lot of times they leak. These are not leaking, they're closed. I like that. Got a beautiful 1958 Thunderbird here. Take a closer look, it's for sale. Can be yours. Beautiful conditions. It's like that two-tone interior, very nice. It's got a 352 V8 in the hood. Like the radiator mounts, ornaments. For all my traditional hot rod fans, this is a beautiful 39 Ford Deluxe. And she is definitely beautiful. I'll tell you that right now.
Two little car that got zipping around the city. Yeah.
I got this one at 76.
Yeah. Great shape. Yeah. Beautiful. For sale. Well, thank you for telling me that story.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Phil, and we're standing next to a 1966 Sunbeam Tiger.
Come on inside of me here. Let's chat about the car.
Oh, okay.
Inside of me here.
Sure.
You got a mic on you. So let's talk about what was going on in this year, this time.
All right.
Period.
So in 1963, Roots Group in England wanted a sports car that could compete with Jaguar. So the family hired Ken Miles and Carroll Shelby in the U.S. to build a prototype. So at 63, they built two prototypes. Both styled a little differently in the engine bay, and they chose Carroll Shelby's design because he set the engine back and put in a rack and pinion. So in 64, they started selling them as the Mach 1 Tiger in the US and in England, and that's the story of Carroll Shelby being involved. 64 was also the year that the Sunbeam Tiger won the national SCCA races against Carroll Shelby's Cobras. So he created a car that was faster than their cars. So Sunbeam built the Tiger from 1964 to 1967 when Chrysler bought Sunbeam over in England, and they had to warranty 289 engines back then for Ford, while they were selling Chrysler automobiles. The original 271, I believe, V8 wouldn't fit under the hood because it was too tall.
I know you might have already said this, but how many of these were actually made?
In the Tigers, I think the entire run was somewhere, I think, around 6,500 cars.
How many are in existence known today?
We have estimated through the clubs that there's probably still 3,000. So about half of them is still around. In the Northeast, because I still work on these for customers and friends. In the New England area, there's probably a good 20 of them plus. I figured it was a Ford show. I got a Ford engine, and it's got a lot of history with Ford, so I decided to bring it today.
1964 Ford Galaxy 500. She is beautiful. We got a 2017 Ford Rocky Roush edition, and she's beautiful. Has a shaded paint scheme, if you can catch this. It's darker on top and lighter on the bottom, and it's metallic.
I know.
that ball. Get this one.
Yeah, I already had my blood test last week, so I can
For another year, thank you so much. That's a public service announcement.
You would think after Bruges, Cranson, that 2 weeks in Hawaii.
You look like you're doing really well. Still balancing, you're able to balance, family, home.
Yeah, it's tough to go.
I went with a Victor Jr. What a freaking difference.
For my life, for the stars and stripes.
Yep. Nice 1965 Comet right here. It's beautiful. Galaxy Racer here. Very cool. Ford Rambler AMC.
Box body drivetrain. Got a 5.0 with a comp can drivetrain from a box body Mustang with 5-speed Hurst with 331 gears. It's a competition 302 Magnum roller cams in it with Smith Brothers push rods.
How did you find the car?
Huh?
How did you find the car?
I found this at a.
Hold the microphone to your voice.
I seen this at a car show last year and I fell in love with it. And I ended up calling the guy and I bought it for my retirement gift.
Was it already restored?
Oh yeah, yep.
It was already restored?
Yep, guy from North Kingston restored it.
Wow.
The only thing I did do is put the exhaust system on. Had the it was like 10 negative on the timing. We got 10 positive, and did a few other things to it.
It was nice, I'm sure.
It's still in the process.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Good
you
Johnny,
very
good
much.
turnout. Good turnout today.
It was very good turnout.
Have you been to other shows here that they've done in the past?
I've never been to this one. I go to a lot of the other ones.
I guess it's like a 27th annual show they have.
Is it?
Yeah. So 1969 and a half Mustang. Sold right here at Tasca Ford. Look at the splitters back there, beautiful. Ford Mustang Fastback. This is the GT.
Yeah, look, we just found out it was Louis.
Beautiful, beautiful. Coves. Love that fastback here. Racing white decals.
I went as far as I could try.
There you go. Look at that. Bill Lawton's my hero. How you doing? This gonna stop this car up. Let's go by and look at it. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. There you go.
I caught it, Bill. What's your first name?
Slosh.
What?
Slosh.
Slosh. Okay, everybody knows you by Slosh.
That's it.
All right, where are you from?
Uxbridge, Mass.
All right, and they're setting this baby up for me?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's hear it. That's about a $5 startup?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
George Martin TV. How you doing, Bruce?
Good.
So what are we looking at here? Tell me a little about your car.
2008 Shelby GT500. It's my baby.
So you did a lot of work to the engine. We talked a little bit off camera about this. This is a GT500. And before I get to the engine, some of the cool things you did outside the car. We talked about where your tire and rim choices here. Can you tell me a little bit about the rims and tires you put on?
I got some well drag wheels. Mickey Thompson slicks. MGW shifter.
What other tires have you had besides the Mickey Thompsons here? Have you tried other tires?
No, I like the Mickey Thompsons.
They're really good traction.
Yeah, I feel they're the best.
So you raced the car?
Yep.
For looks.
Yep, New England drags.
Very cool, man. What kind of time you do?
9. And then 9s.
All right, we're gonna take a look under the hood here. Take a look at the interior really quick here. Interior, not much done for the interior, right? How many speed is it?
I don't know. I've had it up to 160.
Yeah. The shifter's on 6 speed?
6 speed, yep.
Let's talk about the engine here a little bit. So you made some modifications here. Just run me through what you did here.
Yeah, it's got the Kenny Bell 3.6 Mammoth. ID 1000 injectors, 4 fuel rails, ATM lower pulley.
So right off the bat,
10%.
this was built out of 500 to start with. So to start with, it
Yeah.
already had good horsepower.
Yeah, it was like 500 at the motor, 440 at the wheel.
So adding the liquid-cooled Mammoth on there, what did it give you?
It went up to 800, and I just got a new tool, and it's $999 at the wheel.
That's crazy, huh? Money for horsepower.
That's it.
Money for horsepower. Girls, give me a little bit of gas. Thank you. Thank you. Here's a 2021 Ford. Another Mach 1, beautiful, beautiful Mach 1. A little different setup on the engine compartment. Now this is a, I guess a Whipple, their new design for Whipple. Very cool. And now we're going to go right on to our next Mustang. It's a 5.0 2015 Mustang Performance Pack. Got the Boss 302. Very cool. They got a turbo on here. Money for horsepower. Can only imagine what we got here.
Yeah, that's it. She's already retired, so it wasn't normal. In fact, that car showed up. It was just fine. I gotta wait.
Love window decals. Tell a little bit about what was going on in the period. This is a beautiful hardtop. Call these splitters, but I know it's a Pontiac thing, but I think they're still splitters. Nice set of Coopers.
That had a fracture in it. This was the place on the East Coast, wasn't it? I'm going in next week. One more stone in the left kidney. And I still have one.
Got a couple of awards back there.
Almost leaving. That's what they're doing.
This is a 68.
Not that long ago. Yeah, they did.
Take a look here at the engine.
The camera and the thing, and it broke 4 of them up. But he said it out of 5, but it made so much dust they couldn't get the 5th one. So they're going to get the one to the left. Yeah, and I've had problems with kidney stones for the last few.
My name is Sharon. This is my 64.5 Mustang convertible. She's a 3-speed.
How long have you owned the car now?
Since November.
November. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
was the
pretty
car
new.
already restored when you purchased it?
Yes, we did some engine work just to spruce it up a little bit, but we tried to keep everything original.
So why this car? Did you have one in high school? Did you have one younger?
Always my dream car. It had to be a 3-speed, had to be red, and it had to be a convertible.
That's not a bullet hole in the windshield, is it?
No. No.
All right. You didn't go to a Trump rally, did you?
No.
All right. Shouldn't have said that jokingly. So this is unique. So small engine, straight 6, 1.7, the cubic inch.
Run by a generator.
Run by a generator. Very nice. That's about as good as it gets right there, rolling off the factory floor.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing the story with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be sure you check out Rider TV on YouTube.
Okay. All right, yeah. This car was number 28 in the assembly line.
So that makes it even more unique. So what are the odds of finding number 28? Did you know that when you purchased the car?
Did not.
That's great.
Okay, there you go.
That's freaking beautiful. Chrome feathers. I wish like work on stuff like this. West Coast and stuff, like, just have cars like this forever. No problem. Yeah, I like that.
How you doing? This your Nash?
No.
I'll get a look at your car in a minute.
You want us to move?
No, you're fine. This is a 1954 Nash Metropolitan.
That's the way you can see it on YouTube. Yeah, the tools they had, I could do the same thing. It was just.
Oh my God. How did it die?
Just think.
Skylark. Wow. 4-door. Beautiful 57 here. Love the interior. Like the way they mounted the rear view, side view mirror on the door panel there. It's a custom 300. 57 custom 300 we're looking at here. A couple of iconic things going on at 57. Take a look at this beautiful 64 Ford Ranchero. Parked be next to a Galaxy 500. Like the interior, beautiful.
So far, what a glorious thing to be together.
2008 right here, boy, beautiful.
We got something from Vicki Lawrence, if you remember her.
Carbon fiber hood.
On that show. What a great song.